tactics to bring this pursuit to an end. You can see that carpool traffic just kind of racing by, not noticing what's going on as they come out of that express lane, but that you see that car there just yielding to those officers with those lights and sirens going. But they could consider pit maneuvers if the speeds get to the right range, as well as with the consistency of the driving here in those number 1 and 2 lanes. They could even use a spike strip, but that can be a little dangerous on the freeway, especially with a lot of other traffic on the freeway, as you can see here. For a night like tonight, not a lot of traffic. It is holding some back just due to its slow speed. I'll pull out to a wider shot, and you can see how those cars are having to be held back due to the pursuit going slower than normal traffic. And that's something we don't usually see on our freeways here, especially this time of night. But luckily, some pretty open freeways, so we're not seeing any possible erratic driving from the driver trying to evade traffic. But now jumping into that number 1 fast lane there, which will turn into a carpool lane. Know something about this driver that we don't. They're going to try to keep the officers and the public safe, and they might prevent that. U-turn here at Orangethorpe and Beach, and it looks like we're coming up to a stop. And nope, here we go, continuing on. But this might be a good shot for us to kind of look in that driver or the front windshield. It looks pretty foggy in there. We can't even see the driver much. It looks like the actual sunshade is up and just peeking through that driver or through the windshield there, just missing that curb as they are trying to merge onto the freeway. But it looks like now we're going to be still kind of avoiding the freeway here, southbound Beach from the 91 now. And this is going to be going down towards Knott's Berry Farm, if you're familiar with the area, and that kind of entertainment district. But very erratic driving now that we're on the surface streets. Speeds are still going about 50 miles an hour, which is actually a bit faster than we saw on the freeway. And we'll just have to continue to watch what this driver suspect does as we continue southbound. But you can see that sunshade up in that driver window blocking all the view other than what looks like a little hole to the left for that driver to see. And that might explain some of those erratic driving. But a very dangerous situation now that we're on those surface streets going at these speeds with that erratic driving. Coming up on a red light, we'll see what happens here. And now we're at La Palma and slowing down for the light, stopping at the light, holding a little bit back, which is interesting. We'll just have to see what happens here. So very interesting situation here. CHP right on the suspect's tail right now. That driver still disobeying their command for him to pull over and yield. And now we're still continuing southbound Beach. This is going to be Knott's Berry Farm that we're passing right now, and 50 miles an hour now. And what they might be considering doing now is getting those outlying agencies, those agencies here that this is their jurisdiction to take over the pursuit. But the California Highway Patrol right now saying we're going to stay in it. We're gonna follow this suspect until we can take them into custody or get someone else in here too. But right now it seems like the CHP is going to continue with the pursuit. Hey, now we're stopped here again on Beach, and this is going to be the 4th time the suspect has done this. But back door open, so we must have a passenger in the vehicle. We're going to hold a little wider of a shot just to see what happens, and it looks like the passenger's getting out and the driver's going to continue. So the primary unit in the pursuit is going to continue on that pursuit. One of those backup units is going to go and detain that driver for further questioning and see what's going on. But the pursuit continues now, speeding up now to about 50 miles an hour southbound Beach, coming up on Lincoln Avenue. There you go. That answered your question, Micah. This would actually be that kind of prime territory for a pit maneuver, spinning a little bit there as we went into that driveway, and that could be the loss of traction from those spike strips that we saw earlier. We haven't heard or nothing's been confirmed about a successful spike strip. Looking at those tires, they still look pretty inflated, but now we can't see that driver's side, so maybe there's something going on there. But now into a shopping center here in the Westminster area. We'll see what happens here. And this is a very dangerous situation as well, Mike and Cher, because now you're putting shoppers and other individuals in danger who are just trying to stop and get their groceries for the evening. But now onto the sidewalk, going into Walmart here, and it looks like white with green pants running into that suspect or into that Walmart there with a black beanie. But the CHP have a good description of that suspect right now. Walmart is sure to have cameras, and what they'll end up doing now is set up a perimeter around this Walmart here, and then look for that suspect on those cameras and apprehend him now. But the question comes is, we saw the suspect in one pair of clothes. Is the suspect going to go in and take off that hoodie or sweater or something like that? But that's where the those security cameras that all these big department stores have will assist. But it looks like we even have employees coming out telling them that the suspect went inside. It looks like they are detaining a suspect. I don't know if it's the same suspect, a little different clothing description than what we saw the suspect wearing going into the store, but they have some reason to believe that this person is involved or possibly the suspect. You can see multiple police agencies here, both CHP as well as the local agencies, even a canine unit here detaining the suspect at the corner of Trask and Descanso here, and it looks like we're right at the Westminster Gateway Mall, right off of Beach, 13,300 block of Beach, and so one suspect or potential suspect detained now, but that doesn't mean that they aren't still looking. They're going to review that that security footage, track the movement of that suspect as they went into the store, just to confirm that they have the right person here at this intersection right on the corner here.